Hi guys, and welcome to Prep with a Pro week 14. I'm going to keep this quite short today. I'm not in a particularly good space. I'm absolutely buggered. I've just been up to Sydney for the weekend and just got back. And yeah, look, I'm pretty just wiped out at the moment actually. And there's something very weird going on. So not quite sure what to do about this. But anyway, let's go through it and I'll explain what's weird. So let's start with my weight again. Now, Monday, 56.5, up a little bit on last week, which is standard for Monday. But then Tuesday, it went up again. I was like, that's a little bit strange. And then Wednesday, it went down, which I kind of expected. And Thursday, it went up by a kilo nearly. And I was like, okay, that's really weird. There's something very strange going on here. Usually by Thursday, Wednesday, well, certainly the last couple of weeks, Wednesday's been my lowest, and Thursday I've also either plateaued or dropped again. So the fact that it went up by nearly a kilo, just don't get what's going on. There's something very strange happening here. And then Friday it went up again, and I'm like, okay, now this is very, very weird. And because I went up on Thursday, I didn't have my refeed on Thursday. Kept it completely clean again, and so I thought I'd have my refeed on Friday. And in fact, because it went up on Friday, I decided also not to have my refeed on Friday either. But what I did is I did add in some clean carbs. So I didn't go and have like a burger and chips or anything like that, but I just added in some fruit at my post-workout meal and lunch. And then for tea, because I had some venison stew left over, which I knew wouldn't last until I got back from Sydney. So I had venison stew on toast for my Friday dinner. So I didn't actually go for a refeed, but I did bring in some carbs, and I did have a little bit higher calories on Friday. But I wanted to keep it relatively sane. And like I said last week, I really, really wanted to lift my game a bit and just keep it absolutely consistent. So the fact that I was absolutely really, really consistent this week, and I haven't had the refeeds, the fact that my weight has gone up is really, really disappointing. So I just don't understand what's going on here. So if we go to the calories, you can see I've actually because I didn't have the refeed, overall my weekly total has come down because I didn't have that huge bump of calories. I've actually had a lot more fat this week, which is possibly not so good, but not too much an issue. And you can see here, I have actually dropped the calories a little bit over the week, but really, 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 really consistent. And then Friday, that was the extra carbs, but not a significant difference there. And then I did go out for a nice meal with my friends last night, so yes, I did have a little bit extra last night, but again, not excessive. And then today I've been right back on track. So this week's been really, really consistent, so I'm really pleased with that. So the fact that my weight has gone up is very, very disappointing, and I've got no idea what has caused this. I don't think I've ever had a prep where I've had a week where my weight has gone up, particularly not after so many weeks of it coming down so well. So, I just, at the moment, I'm not quite sure what to do about this. Here's the macros anyway, so you can see that Friday and Saturday, much more carbs as per usual. Now, I just took this photo. I haven't done photographs of what I'm looking like. This is what I looked like last week. You see, I was all nice and lean. Look, this is what flying does. I'm feeling really out of sorts at the moment. I'm a bit fat and bloated, and you can see this is literally within an hour of getting off the plane and getting home, I just feel really bloated. So not particularly in a good space at the moment, and you can see all of a sudden I've had this beautiful loss, and then it's just popped up there. I just don't get it. I'm still on track, so I'm still ahead of where I should be by about half a kilo. So I'm still about 2 weeks ahead of schedule, but I'm just really disappointed that I did expect to slow down, but I didn't expect to, if you like, put on a kilo. So in terms of what I'm going to do, I've got a couple of choices. I did think about doing, I'll go into what I think might be the reason for this. See, I've probably explained before, I'm very, very allergic to nightshade foods. Now, nightshade foods are things like eggplant, capsicum, tomato, and white potato. So I don't eat those. But my housemate absolutely loves capsicums. And on Tuesday, he made a full-on capsicum salad, just capsicums. And within about 20 minutes of him starting to chop these capsicums up, even just being in the same room, my eyes started itching and I was sneezing. So I basically had to sort of vacate, because our kitchen and living room's all open plan. I basically had to vacate the area because I was having such a bad allergic reaction. So I had some sort of antihistamines and I basically just went to bed. Then Wednesday, I got home from work and I had my tea and I was in the kitchen and that was all fine. Then I went out and I had a posing client. And then I got back and I just went into the kitchen to make a cup of tea and my housemate was there. And within about 20 minutes, I started sneezing again and my eyes started itching. I'm like, what the hell? And he said, oh, well, I've just had my capsicum salad for dinner. So the fact that the capsicums have been clearly setting me off, I'm obviously so allergic to I don't know, any sort of vapour of them is setting me off, has really set off my allergies. So I'm really wondering if this is like an inflammation thing that's caused this potential weight gain, because I really have no other explanation for it whatsoever. And I've just been, you can probably see, my eyes are all red at the moment. I'm at home and my eyes are all red at the moment. I'm an allergic, itchy mess at the moment. Sorry, and I really am not feeling very good because I'm just an allergic mess at the moment. So I'm hoping that this apparent weight gain is just inflammation and that it'll kind of work its way out. So like I say, I have two choices. One thing I could do is my sort of Ayurvedic detox. If my system's all up and arced up, if I do this Ayurvedic sort of cleanse, basically it's 2 days sort of lemon, ginger and honey drink fast, followed by 3 days with this khichdi, which is very, very easy to digest foods and totally non-inflammatory. So I could do that, or I could just not change a thing. And right now, I think I'm just going to not change a thing. I want to see if it's just I really don't want to sort of second guess myself too much and start changing lots of stuff, because then I don't know what's happening potentially. So I'm actually not going to change anything. I'm just going to stick to my diet exactly as it is, keep it as consistent as I did last week, and just hope that it comes back down, because if I change too many variables, then I can't figure out what it is. I'm hoping, like I say, it's just allergies, and that it'll all work itself through naturally. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to leave it there, and hopefully I'll be in a better space next week, and can actually report that I've come in to completely early as expected. So yeah, this has been a bit of a curveball. I've never had this happen on a prep. And these things can happen on a prep, so you just have to be prepared for everything, and you've got to be aware of these sort of things and be flexible enough to deal with them. And, again, I'm not going to panic, because if I panic and change too much, then I run the risk of derailing my whole prep anyway. So not panicking, not going to change anything. Let's just keep plugging away, trust the process. I'm always telling people to do that, so I'm going to trust my own process and hope that it works itself through, and hopefully I'll be in a better position next week. Okay, so I'll leave it there. Take care, and I'll talk to you next week.